What up? It's your boy Illuminando, aka your granddaddy.
He introduced.
Hey, wait,
switching it up.
Wait, am I fired, bro?
No,
I thought we had a 3-strike policy on this program.
No.
If that was the case, Doug would be gone by now.
You ain't fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, sometimes you gotta take the lead. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's your boy, your granddaddy, aka real daddy. To my right.
He got so serious. You gotta introduce me, bruh.
To my motherfucking right, the whole reason we in this bitch.
It's your boy, Thick Biscuits. It's your boy, Thick Biscuits, Slim Gravy in his mug. And then to my right,
The young Clark Kent.
Hey.
Saldona.
you getting older by the day, though.
Dang, we 30. No, we're like a minute in. He's already roasting me. That's a new record.
So, guys, we have some really serious, important things that we need to discuss. So, I was looking at houses the other day in some questionable areas. So, Doug, you gonna come rent my basement?
The price is right.
What you mean? I'm gonna have the hottest basement in all of wherever the hell it is. I haven't decided.
Wait.
I haven't decided.
But I don't know if my wallet could always afford the hottest basement wherever the hell it is.
I'll rent out my wine cellar to you because then it's
Get the fuck out of here.
then it's not that hot.
$2,500 a month.
Nah, just $500 for the wine cellar, and it's got climate control too, so it's kind of lit. I don't know if you could like just breathe
Got a
in
Nest
there.
thermostat in there.
No, it's just climate because it's a cooler. It's like a walk-in refrigerator. It's like not even air. It's like Freon dust. You don't want to buy my wine cellar?
It's got free on.
Young Clark Kent over here struggling. It's okay, Doug.
Sorry, it's the high
No,
five.
but in all seriousness, this weekend is going to be crazy. You know why?
Why's that?
We don't have to compete with the Ferndale Pride Festival.
That's true.
We don't have to compete with
The dirt, that racing derby or whatever.
Come on, bro. Racing Derby.
I don't know what the name of it is.
Oh boy, bro, it's the Belle Isle Indy 500, bro. This ain't a derby. They're not crashing. They're going like 200 miles an hour around
I don't drink Budweiser. I don't know
the same
these things.
spot that Papa Smurf is popping a squat after hours, bro. I actually went over there and drove on the track.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was cool as hell. They let you do that for the whole week leading up to it.
Yeah.
It's basically like driving on the island regular, but you could just go on it. It was kind of cool.
I did that shit and it was super fun. I did it on accident, like a couple years ago. Me and Michelle just went down there.
You're like, should I
and
be
I
on
was
here?
like, and I was like, oh shit, I don't even think we should be on this shit. Like, I hope don't nobody zoom past my ass. I hope I'm not in the middle of a race or some shit.
Can you imagine that? You're just on TV and they're like,
Hey, the pit crew fixes this
some
shit.
motherfucker has just hopped up on the track.
Right.
What's he
Everybody
doing?
else got Indy 500 cars. I'm just in my fucking 2011 Impala and shit.
Hey, the pit crew.
seat all leaned back and everything. Man, what the fuck is
Like,
going on?
goddamn, right. I'm
got
trying to
the
put
right
the blood on.
car.
I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, he's got the right car for it. They're all like Chevy Impalas and shit like that.
That's
anyway.
true. That's true.
Hey.
Hey, no, listen, the pit crew saw him. They're waving him in. They're like, oh, look at them bald ass tires. Like, next thing, pew, pew, pew. They're like, oh, these brakes suck too. And he's like, I was about to get them fixed, but you know. They start fixing the brakes and shit. He leaves Belle Isle with a brand
Doesn't
new
even
car.
know what's going on. He's just like goes on Facebook. He's like, I had the greatest day today. Some of the nicest people ever. They changed my tires for free. They gave me new brakes.
Hey, but
I don't know what was going
there's
on.
like a Kellogg's logo on this shit.
Right. I was like, yep, and I'm sponsored by Pennzoil.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
It's
we'll
like
give
I
you
got
this
Mountain
stuff.
Dew on the back too, and then I got I don't know why, but the Rice Krispie guys are on the front too. I don't know what's going on, but
So how was that? Was it fun?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but we had to compete with that shit all weekend. But
Yeah.
this weekend, we don't have to compete with any of that, and hopefully the weather's nice.
yup,
And we're gonna have more products than we did last weekend.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think we'll do really good this weekend.
Yeah, I'm thinking
gonna be
about
really nice.
inviting an intern out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this girl Megan, I know her brother, but she's like been a supporter for a while, and she's like wants to start her own brand and stuff. I think
okay.
she's like 19, 20, 21, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, she says she wants to come out, but that was like when I posted about it, and I haven't like hit her up to be like, hey, come out, let's
Yeah, that
follow
was a
up.
little while ago too.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it would. I think I would, if I did that, it would be like I'd have her come out at like 11, like 12 o'clock to like 4 or something, or like 12 to 3 or something.
Just during like our like standard busier times.
Yeah, and then like have her
just
give
having
out
another
stickers
person
and
just like
shit.
standing around when it's not busy, and that could like deter the people that are walking by when it's not as like packed.
Yo, did you see the boxing match? Anthony Joshua versus.
When have you ever known
Versus
me to
the
watch
refrigerator?
anything like that?
Yeah, you don't watch boxing? Oh
Hell
yeah,
no.
I thought you were a fight fan. Never mind.
Huh. I mean, I used to watch UFC, but I haven't kept up with that in a few years.
Oh,
I
ever
watch
since
Instagram,
Stone
so
Cold
if it's hot
Steve
enough to reach
Austin
my Instagram.
retired.
Nah, bro. Ever since John Jones got his ass kicked out, isn't he back in the league? But
Yeah, he already had like 2 or 3 fights.
Oh.
2 fights back.
yeah, once he got kicked out, I was like, I don't really know.
I stopped watching wrestling when Stone Cold Steve Austin retired, and I ain't talking about retired and then came back in 2004. I'm saying in 2001 when he retired, that was it. I was like, nope, fuck this Chris Jericho bullshit. I ain't watching none of this Kurt Angle junk. I'm out of here. Stone Cold's out. I'm out. I'm going back to Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. And I never came back, unfortunately. But I still gotta hit Vince McMahon with the stunner one time. Anyways, guys, the time has come. The office is pretty much empty-ish. Besides
Damn.
the furniture.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the merchandise goes,
Yeah.
it's almost all in the SUV or in the trailer.
Dang, that's a lot of shit.
It's
Move
gotta
that
go.
shit.
What?
Move that shit.
Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
point. It's all getting sold and then it's being reprinted and sold until Daddy comes home.
And start stopping at the local skate shops or skate parks again.
What do you mean?
You got all the shit in your SUV. You got that shit ready to sell
that
at
would
any
take.
time.
That's too much work, bro. Dude, some of those sales would take like a full hour of like go to the skate park and then I'm like skateboarding like, oh yo, what shirt is that? Oh yeah, this Epyon Royal. You wanna buy one? Like, yeah, right before I leave, and you're just like waiting for the guy to leave. Like, oh, he better not leave. Like an hour later, like the guy's about to dip. You're like, oh, you still want to get a shirt? He's like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. What size you want? You know, like, wait right here. I'll be like, yo, whoever I'm with, chill with him by his car. And then like people buy shirts, but like I don't like that. I like the big events. I like when people like, hey sweetie, how much is that shirt over there? My boyfriend's too shy to ask the price, and I'm gonna buy it for him anyway because he's just being a bitch. And then we're like, oh yeah,
A
they're
bitch.
they're 25 or 2 for 40.
How you spell bitch?
B-E.
TCH.
A
Exactly.
bitch. I'm gonna start saying it like that now. That's
Yeah.
fucking funny.
You can be a bitch, just
Being
don't
a
be a
bitch.
deck. Don't be a deck.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be a dick.
Deck.
And you gotta say it with your voice like that.
Yeah, with an E. Like bitch. Just deck. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. And then we're gonna have all the east side and west side. We're gonna have a lot of stuff. I don't think it's gonna be like full inventory and stuff,
But just more than what we normally have, yeah.
yeah, it's something.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't checked the weather, but I'm confident it's going to be a good weekend.
Oh yeah, I don't even check the weather until like the night before because it changes the same that
So
day.
frequently.
Like the
Yeah.
morning, like 1 hour in the morning it'll change and you're like, oh yeah, I guess it's not gonna rain. So
It's like an hour later, it's like the damn monsoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
yeah, so we just show up. Are you actually gonna wear your uniform this week?
Yeah,
This
you
is
gave
the
me one
old
of
shirt.
Yeah, you gave me one of the new ones, so I have a new
Oh,
and
okay,
an old one.
okay. I'm just making sure because I don't need you coming in some other people's uniform.
Anybody else's uniform? I
Yeah,
wore
you did.
I wore a flat,
I'll
Like,
pay you to promote your shit.
like yeah, it was a flat like black shirt, and I had my windbreaker on with my logo on it.
Doug had Adidas logo, his logo, New Balance, like
I had my New
everybody's
Balance,
shit
yeah, 'cause
besides
my
mine.
shoes were. I had my New Balance shoes on. I just
People
bought them
like, yo, do you
247.
work here? He's like, no, I sell cars. Look, these 3 parked next to the road. Those are those are what I'm.
Mazda?
Yeah, these are the ones I fixed up recently. What do you want? You're like, do they have rebuilt titles? He's like, yeah, they're rebuilt. I rebuilt them. What did I just tell you? Do you want to drive today or not? I'm like, today? Goddamn, just get a bird scooter, bruh. It's not the 1900s no more. Like, you can get on a regular ass scooter, go 25 miles and pay $6.
25 miles
You
on
could
a
go far.
motherfucking scooter. Do you
could
hear
go
yourself?
far, bro. If I lived in the city, man, I would definitely. I mean, I would still need my SUV, but man, most of those people down there don't even need that. You could get on a bird scooter and zippity doo dah, zippity die, my oh my. You made it to Quicken Loans on time. Now underwrite this mortgage, baby. Nah, I wouldn't go through Quicken Loans for my mortgage.
Why not? They going in?
Nah, cause you have
do not have Quicken do your shit.
have like
sorry, my boy works for Quicken, but I know I'm like in the finance world. I have a mortgage guy that I talk to like literally twice or 2 or 3 times a week. Do not go through Quicken.
Hey, calm down. This is Epyon Royal Podcast brought to you by Not Quicken. Calm down.
Just saying.
Right.
Nah.
Y'all ain't paying us.
Who knows, man? I might ask Bigfoot himself for a loan. Hey, bruh. You know I got the cash
I
flow.
know you're making royalties off them beef jerky commercials. Come on.
Hell yeah.
He's like, hey, baby, you see these feet? He's like, you know how much perfect gentleman I go through?
God damn it. I'm sorry, Marcy.
Bigfoot and perfect gentleman, how horrible. Like Bigfoot just got like some shea butter moisturizers. I'm like, hey, can you keep those below 70 degrees out here? Cause they gonna go bad.
They're gonna go bad.
If you let them melt and shit. He's like, nah, I'm good, bro.
I use it fast enough.
He's
It don't go bad.
He's like, a dry, cool place, got it. Bigfoot got a rash. He put his perfect gentleman on the air. Anyways, back to the podcast. It's your boy BZ. I had way too many coffees and I'm way too tired today. I literally had 2 energy drinks and I'm drinking this coffee.
Yeah, bro. I had 3 like crazy specialty coffees. We got this like weird ass machine at the office, but yeah, got way too much caffeine today.
And Fernando's straight falling asleep.
Lightweight.
Hey, we gotta have a guest on the podcast, bro.
Hell yeah. That's a good. Hey, who do
Doug-
you think we should have as a guest on the podcast?
Doug and I met these guys from Donda's house. You know what that is?
Bro, they like interviewed us and shit. Like
Donda's house?
Kanye?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the charity.
Yeah, they have another thing called the Red Summer Project.
What's
and
that?
You don't know what the Red Summer thing is?
Nope, I live under a rock.
You remember in Chicago back in the day when there's all that racial tension? There's those kids playing on the raft and that one guy was like throwing the rocks or whatever. That started a riot called the Red Summer or something. Well, basically it's like a anti-racism group that like goes around and does stuff. But they were in the city and they came and talked to us on Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was like, later that day on Sunday, I was like, oh yeah, we should like see how long they're gonna be in town for and see if they want to be on the podcast. I was like, I guess like that might be interesting.
That'd be dope as
other
fuck.
people, but they were only gonna be in the town for like a couple hours. No, not even. They said they were going to Toronto that night. So,
Man, I want to go to Toronto.
do you guys think we should bring another host on a podcast?
Nope.
Fernando's like, nope.
I think it might be too much.
Maybe when we get a
We
real
interrupt each other already enough.
Maybe when we get a real studio, I think it'd be cool to have like a female co-host.
Oh,
yeah, like a different type of voice.
Yeah, different perspectives.
Perspective and shit. And
Yeah, but we need an actual round table with the mic stands and
Yeah. That's coming up next.
the actual structure. Where's Boss at anyway? Right here.
Sure.
Yeah, we've been driving way too much. I've been going to post office twice a day, every day this whole week. I didn't go today, but every order is out. It's done. The deed is done. And I'm getting rid of those sewn tags. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Wait, what?
actually,
What? Did I tell you about that?
no.
you told me you
Oh,
didn't tell
okay.
that.
Oh yeah, I'm
Tell the
getting
world
rid
now.
of the sewn tags on the inside of the shirt.
on the inside. Oh,
Yeah.
Are you still keeping these ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like getting rid of them all together. I'm
Oh
like,
no, I need the hem tag. No,
Trust
no,
me, that wouldn't have went down. I would have made sure that didn't go down.
No, I need that.
Because like a lot of the times, I was just thinking about it on my way over here. Like a lot of the times, the stuff that like I don't really wear a lot of like printed stuff. So like a lot of like the Epyon Royal stuff I wear is just like blanks that I have like the hem tags on, and like I like that because I don't wear like printed design stuff all the time.
No, I'm gonna get rid of the tags on the inside of the shirt.
That
That
makes
way,
sense.
I can do printed tags. Tyler can print those way quicker.
I like the printed
That way, I
tags
won't
better.
have to design, email somebody, have them made, have them paid for, have them shipped, unpackage them, have them sewn on. I could do that for the hem tags, which could also be used for beanies and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I'm just gonna use the printed tags on the inside. Like I'll make them look cool and stuff, but they'll be super duper simple. That way we can take out the manufacturer tag and it's just super smooth and clean, like real easy to
I
see
like
the
that.
size, like a big M or a big L or something real easy. And then that way, when we do all these events where we're like constantly getting stuff printed, like even if like, oh, we don't got time to sew the tags, it's like we're still gonna be able to see the size, the information, the sleeve print, all of that. And then all the products that go to Easter Market or to events like in the totes, none of those are getting put into plastic anymore. Folded in plastic with the stickers and all that extra stuff. Yeah, they're just gonna be like bi-folded in a big bundle. Like, oh, these are all of this one design, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just gonna go to totes.
That's
But
just
then
for
it's
the Easter market stuff, right?
yeah, but then I'll have like a small inventory at the office that stays in the plastic. But
Yeah.
that way, those items that sit around for a while, or whatever, or they go in the mail or what have you, they can be protected sitting in the office. They don't get dusty. But then all the stuff all of the stuff for the events is gonna sell quicker anyway.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. But that way, it cuts the plastic way down, cuts the like little like loyalty cards way down. It cuts all those expenses without sacrificing anything, because when you order online you still get all that, and when you buy stuff in person you're still getting the printed tags and everything else, just not that plastic. And then at Easter Market I'll just get like 500 cinch packs made, and it'll be like, oh, free bag for a $50 purchase.
Yeah.
So that way we don't have to buy all that extra shit.
I'm so happy hearing that. I've been telling you that we need to get the cinch bags back for a year now.
Well, yeah,
that was like one of the best moves we made at any type of event, was getting those cinch bags and giving them away with like with X dollars a purchase. But we also made them to where like they were available if you just wanted to buy them. It was like such a good expense, and it was like it added so much value. People ate that shit up. They loved it.
Yeah,
like
that's what
it was
we're gonna
cool.
do.
And then it was like when people stopped at our booth, like especially at Warped Tour when we did that, it was a practical like freebie. It wasn't like all the other people that are like, oh yeah, you get a couple free stickers. No, we gave them a cinch pack, and it's like, oh shit, we couldn't bring anything into the venue. Now we have a bag to carry all our stuff in, and it's branded, so like our name was shown everywhere, and we had all the other stuff that was drawing people to our booth. That was literally like one of the best like merchandising and like advertising moves we made. So I'm really, really, really stoked that we're bringing that back. And on top of that, I absolutely loved the printed tags, because as much as like the sewn tags on the inside look good on certain shirts, like because we've like grown and gotten better shirts over the years, certain shirts, the way that they laid bothered like my neck. So
well,
like,
yeah, and how they're sewn in, and if
it
they're not
depends on
sewn
who
in
did it
perfectly
well,
flat, or if they're not folded like by the manufacturer perfect. So I don't know, like the only reason why I got the woven tags was really just to flex on like the competition, because like everybody just did sewn tags, and printed tags, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go with the next level, because Star did that too. They did the woven tags, so I was like, if they're doing it, I could do it. And then Johnny Cupcakes did woven tags, so I was like, if all these like bigger well-known brands did the stitched in tags, that's what I was gonna do. But nowadays it's like,
it made sense at the time, it just doesn't anymore.
well, yeah,
we're not just going
I'm not trying
for
to
like
prove. Well, yeah, I'm not trying to prove. The brand doesn't have to prove itself on the garment. It doesn't have to go, oh, it needs these tags just because we can afford it, and your brand can't. Or oh, your brand don't know where to get tags made and this and that. That's kind of like the whole point of doing it, or to be like, oh yeah, remember last year we didn't have no tags, then we had printed tags, now we have these tags. It's like the customer is like feeling the upgrade, but like you can only upgrade so many times before you prioritize just making an artwork. But I figure like doing something like Easter Market, those printed tags, nobody ever goes, oh, this shirt don't have a printed tag, I'm not buying it, you know, or like nobody ever goes, oh, this shirt has a woven, or this shirt doesn't have a woven tag, I'm not gonna buy it. But people will be like, oh, I like tagless, or oh, can I rip this tag out? Or some people just like cut the stitches, and it's like so much work. I could just have Stephanie come out and sew the hem tags and do the beanies and stuff, and then have Tyler print all the product tags, save me a bunch of time. And then when we go in to an event and we're like, oh, we just had them printed last night, all the criteria is still readily available, and like the information, how to reach us, the sleeve print, and even if we don't get to the hem tag, it's like all the other stuff is still there from print, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like we cut down all that plastic stuff in non-online orders. Online you can't avoid plastic, like what if it rains, you can't send paper mailers.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, so if we only use that plastic stuff online, I don't have to buy thousands of them. I don't have to buy thousands of product tags. I don't have to buy thousands of the stitched in t-shirt tags. It's like, but I'm not sacrificing anything. It's not like a cost cut thing where it's like, oh, now we're gonna go back to eating cup lunch, boys. It's more like it's just more practical to just go, oh hey, I can not buy all this shit, and then the product will be more comfortable, just as cool, and even less work for me, less work for Stephanie, more work for Tyler, but he wants to get paid more. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to do the work, so somebody has to do the work. And I think it'll be cool because then we could like switch the tag print up regularly if we feel like it, or like would do more shit there too, or like a little printed thank you note undershirt or something. I'll probably keep them like super simple, like designed in Michigan, printed in Michigan, EpyonRoyal.com, and it'll say like M. Yeah, you know, that way if you're looking at it, it's just M, like a 1 inch M. And then I'm not gonna say printed in Detroit or Harrison Township or Warren or whatever, because if we're getting printing different shirts in different places, I'm not going to print every different location on every shirt. So it's just designed in Michigan, printed in Michigan, EpyonRoyal.com, and then have like a big M. So I think that'll be real cool, real simplistic, and it'll go with everything else, like the whole simplification of all the other shit. And then I can still use those big tags on hats, because they on the other side they have all the other logos. So you can have like this big black tag with the big white logos on it on like a black hat, because I think like a lot of the and it's like a good use of the materials, but I think like a lot of the accessories I'm gonna get moving forward are just gonna be black and white, unless I see something that strikes me. Like I'm not gonna try to balance everything out with every color. It's like most people want black and white. We run out of black and white first, so if we're gonna get like dad hats made, it's like black and white. It could be different designs, but just like that's what I want to wear most of the time. That's what most of the customers like, yo, you got that Japanese riding hat in black and white? No, but we got tan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just want to do more and more to like simplify it, but like not take anything away. And just like with the market giving those bags out, kind of just giving more. And then if somebody wants to buy it and don't want to buy nothing else, oh cool, $10, $15.
Yeah, I was glad that you mentioned like the comfort thing, because like the whole time you were talking, I like saved that in my head, because that was a big thing when you had mentioned that. The first thing that came to mind is the entire aesthetic of kind of the conversation about the brand and about the product specifically has over the last year really shifted over into like the utility and comfort of the products. And I think that removing the woven tags is a huge like step in that direction. It's going towards making it comfortable. It's more utilitarian. It's a lot more casual. It's not like, because I think sometimes with the woven tags, it kind of gives that persona that like it's more of a specialty type shirt. But if you have it, I mean, for lack of better terms, simplified, I don't want to say like it's like downgraded or anything like that, because I actually like that better, but more or less making it a little bit more normal, because nowadays a lot more shirts are like printed tags. They don't have like the as much stuff sewn and stitched on there that at least can't be removed.
Because it's like a cost cutting thing.
Yeah.
You know?
But adding that in is really making it more of like, people see it, it's a really good quality shirt, it's a cool design, but it's also like they can tell through the tiny little added details that, oh man, this is like an everyday shirt, I could wear this shit all the time. And that's kind of like where we've gone at, we've like directed with the brand over the last, I would say like 3 years, because I remember us having conversations like this all the way back like 3 years ago. That's where like the talk of it started, but really implemented in the last year is going towards that like everyday wear, like stuff. Like that's why we simplified the colors, we simplified like the amount of designs, we've like made the booth the way that it is. Everything about the brand has just gone into that like that niche of like everyday streetwear. It's comfortable, it's
just common sense.
Yeah, it's very like cohesive, like it's easy to form like the look.
No nonsense.
Yeah, it has its own like generalized look, and I think that's like, I'm like kind of hung up on it, because I think that's a really, really, really good step in the direction that we've been kind of heading towards and pretensing over the last few months, especially.
Well, that's why everything on the shirt that's not the it's either, it's like 50-50. It's like art and utility. Like, what is the purpose of the shirt? When you look at it, what do you see first? Whatever the bright white image that is that's on it, you know? And then you think about what else do you see on the shirt? Like, if it doesn't see like a utilitarian purpose, you probably won't see it. It's like there's a sleeve print, so people that aren't familiar with the art can identify, like use it as a tool to like find you again. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the hem tag. But then if you think about the tag on the inside, it doesn't really serve either, because I keep the actual manufacturer garment information label on there. And then if we have our tag over it, it's like just there for aesthetics.
Yeah.
So why not make it even better to where it says that same manufacturer information, but
Best of both.
but it looks better.
Yeah.
And it's more cost effective,
more cohesive with the brand, everything. It just makes sense.
Like the same typeface as like other logos or whatever. And then it's like, so it has a more utility because it's more comfortable, and it's more aesthetically pleasing because it looks better. So it's just a better solution overall. That's usually like when I make any decision, it just kind of runs by that. Like, is there a point for it? It's like, yeah, because it's summer, so we should do shorts just because people are gonna buy them because it's summer. You know, like, okay, cool, there's a utility. Like, they don't have to be fucking flame print with. It's like, so so it's like, okay, there's a flame print and then a logo screen printed and then a tag sewn onto it, and I'm thinking like, what's the point of either one?
Yeah, like does the value it brings outweigh the cost of adding that?
Yeah, how much junk can you add to your shirt? That's what you're gonna raise the price based on?
Yeah, because you added a bunch of crap on your shirt.
I would rather,
and a bunch of uncomfortable, impractical shit. Like I can
it
tell
makes it
you,
less
like,
wearable.
The only t-shirts that I haven't cut the tags out of is Epyon Royal.
That's just because you feel guilty.
Yes.
Yep.
And when you see. Yeah, but no, I actually started doing those tags mostly because when I started printing my own stuff, it's like pretty complicated to print the tags because you have to do like a diluted ink.
Yeah.
And if you push too hard, you could like see it in the back of the shirt, you know, when you're wearing it. And since my ex was like doing the hem tags, I was like, well, that's an easy solution. We'll just keep the product tag and put our own product tag on there too. But like nowadays, since I have I have more resources to getting things done. Like at those days, I didn't even have a local source of printing. It was like me or nothing. That was it.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you bought all the print equipment and everything and all that shit.
Like I said, trying to slave out and print some shirts. I was like, this shit tiresome, quick as fuck.
Exactly.
It all depends. It all depends. Like for example, I have that fist screen and I have the old katakana screen. I could literally put like red ink on the katakana, black ink on the fist, get a whole bunch of like ash gray shirts and make it to where the fist is like right here and have like the red kind of go over it, but like you could see the black through the red, and it like has this opacity thing, and I could like print a whole bunch of those quickly, go to Eastern Market and sell them, and I don't have to pay Tyler X dollars per shirt to print it for me. But at the same, it just depends what mood you're in, you know?
I see what you're saying.
Like, for example, if I had a cabin up north and I had the printing stuff up there, it might be an activity to do something like
something
that.
pass the time and shit.
No, I could be like, yo, you guys come up north. We're going to come up with a collection together. We're all going to print it together. Like, do it as like some kind of collaborative thing or an activity, or because it is fun when you're not pressured. When I'm like, oh my God, I just ordered 250 street shirts and they each have 2 prints on them. And since I'm doing it, I'm not even gonna print the sleeve print because I don't got time for that. And what are tags? We gotta go. And I barely get half of them done. I'm like, all right, Doug, well, we got this size, this size. And this year it's like, oh, we're out of this. Let me write that down. Oh, we're out of this. Let me write that down. I'm like, hey, Tyler, I need this. A few days later, I go pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lose no money because we're for labor.
Yeah.
Like, no, my back. I broke my ribs.
Especially when it's something simple
My
like
ribs.
printing a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
we have
The hardest part is
available.
doing the artwork and the marketing. The shirt printing is easy.
yeah, well, we just sell stuff. It's like we sell stuff quicker because Doug's there, and then we get stuff printed quicker because Tyler's there, and then I'm able to just like be a puppeteer. I don't have to be a puppet and a puppeteer and a motherfucker that makes the puppet and a motherfucker that's like in the audience like, yeah, I love this shit. Epyon Royal, I love it. You know, like I gotta pick some parts in the production. I can't be all of it. So,
and it takes out the trivial aspect too, because it's like when you think about it from like as a process from start to finish, it's like all this thought and all this effort is put into like making the design, and then like everything else that goes in the back end to like get it out to the public, and the way that we brand like every little detail, doing all the Facebook stuff, messaging, everything that it makes. It just doesn't make sense to literally not make money on all that effort because like we're too stingy to have like somebody else help us get it out there. When it comes to like stuff like when you brought me on as an actual employee, when we started having Tyler print more of the stuff, when we had Stephanie help print the tags, it's like those things make sense. But for so long, overall, that wasn't the thought process. The thought process is we got to do it. You know, you were like, I got to do everything myself. I got to do everything the cheapest. Yeah, I got to do the cheapest thing that's gonna make my expenses as little as possible. I can do everything. I know how to do it. Let me just do it.
Everything.
Yeah, and now it's like, okay, well, even though things were growing and things were going good, there was still money left on the table over some silly ass shit like that. Yeah. We have Tyler who does this for a business, and he's getting really, really, really good at it. Awesome. He's willing to do the stuff. Why not take that stress off us? Awesome. I'm in a position where I could be at Eastern Market every single weekend, and me being there takes a little bit more off the plate. It makes everything overall easier. Sweet. Why not have me do it? Stephanie's able to sew the tags on it. She does a really good job with it. Fuck it. Why not have her do it? Now there's like 3 huge tasks that took up, if you looked at the entirety 100% of your week, probably took up somewhere between
everything. Literally last year, that's all I did.
70%.
I was printing, and then I was like being miserable, and while I wasn't printing, and while I wasn't printing or being miserable, I was at Eastern Market or whatever event we were at, and it's just like,
now you cleared up 50% of your week to focus on things that could actually help progress the brand, not just keep the brand steady where it was at. Now we're on an upward hill. We're not at a plateau anymore.
Well, and everybody gets paid what they want, you know.
Exactly.
It's like not some kind of work for $8 an hour.
Yeah,
it's
it's worth it.
Yeah, so everybody gets paid fair amount, and and it's not like a taste from our bottom line or anything. So
you're not.
If the work gets done better, then I can do it myself, and that means I can make more money to compensate for having the employees. then I would rather do that than be like, nah, man, I gotta print it myself because I don't cost this much money to do all the printing. And then it's like, if there's errors, like I gotta fucking pay to have them reprinted, you know, or like I gotta pay for the shirts. Whereas when you have a company doing for you, or you pay somebody doing for you, it's like that liability is off your shoulders. If they mess up, they'll pay for it, or they'll redo it for you.
You're not gaining on someone's loss. You're gaining on other people's gains too.
Exactly. I saw an Instagram video of Diddy, and he was like, I pay too many people to do shit. He said, I pay everybody, I pay all of y'all. Why am I doing stuff? That's the key to life. Don't y'all know that's the key?
Yeah.
Don't y'all know that? You make enough money to pay everybody else so you ain't gotta do shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not for me though.
I pay a motherfucker
That's
to do
just
my
because he's
lawn.
filthy rich.
But no, what I'm saying is I understood what he like. Of course he's
It's the
extreme.
concept of like valuing your time.
No, it's like when
it's
you
about understanding, like, you know
If
what?
I can pay
If
somebody
I can
$20 an hour
network
to
with
do it, I can
everyone around me, then I shouldn't have to work hard. If
Yeah.
everybody around me can pitch in and everybody around me
Can make money to do this shit.
make money at the same time, then nobody should have to work really hard because you just gotta do your part.
Well,
my part, and we keep it moving.
Not only that, but like chances are, like when you get to a position where you're able to hire somebody, you probably did it by yourself a lot longer, and you're like, yo, I fucking did all this shit by myself. You're telling me we can't get this done, and I got all you chicken heads standing around when I was doing this shit by myself. Like,
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's probably more where he's coming from. It's like, yo, I shouldn't even be breathing by myself because y'all fucking here. Like, I already did the work. Do the extra. Keep the work going. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I was like so afraid to like hire people. It's like different now because it's not like, it's still not to a point where I have like a whole bunch of little elves running around like, hey Santa. I'm like, hey baby, we gotta make these shirts.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that yet. It will be eventually. I mean, it could be now if I were like manned up. That shit is scary though. It's very scary, and you gotta be ready to like know how to utilize people. And I'm like slowly getting better and better, but like before I would like am like, hey, let's get this W2 shit cracking. I gotta like I don't know.
You have to also get to the point where you're comfortable enough in the system that's put into place that you're
We're just making it the system now.
Yeah, we're
though.
making the system.
That's
It's not
all it
made.
is.
You're not comfortable enough to put somebody else in the driver's seat with any of the things outside of the little bit you have already.
Yeah,
You have to get to that point. That's when it's like, all right, cool. Now I'll hire somebody to do this, hire somebody to do this, because I already know what it takes. It's an easy to learn system. I can duplicate it. But at the moment, we don't know how to replicate and duplicate all of the inner workings, so that it wouldn't make sense to hire somebody, pay somebody to do it when we haven't even 100% figured it out.
Yeah, and I think this year is kind of like at least for like the booth and all that and like operations of those types, I think this year is more like the execution year.
Yeah.
And like fine-tuning shit,
figure out what works.
you know, but it's more like the execution of like, okay, so when we first started doing this together, it was like, oh yeah, this is the stuff that I use when I'm by myself. And it's like, oh, well, now there's two people, can't use this many tables, or, you know, so now that we got the display right, we have a ton of products. Literally, like last year, every single weekend, I was probably only taking like 25% of what I had
Yeah, you were taking
in the
like 1 or 2
office.
totes.
Like nothing really crazy. Now
Then we got 6.
yeah, and I have 2 humongous stacks of like shirts that are all just
And hanger items in your
bifolded,
truck, your SUV.
like from the floor to the ceiling in the SUV. Because it's like no point to have it in the office, and it's no point to have it on the website redundant. Have East Side shirt, West Side shirt, Michigan shirt, one color East Side shirt. You know, it's like too many. You know what I mean? And you look at the site, there's like 20 shirts, and it's just one kind of aesthetic. Boss is trying to boss up, and that's how you know it's time to end. Yo, and shout out to everybody out on Beaufort Street, man. I know y'all need to get them damn potholes fixed. I was over there house shopping over there. Y'all really need to fix that street for real. It's your boy BZ, I'm out.
Doses.
Bye, y'all.